Hello and welcome to today's intention. Before we start today, I just wanted to acknowledge what a gloomy day it's been here for weather-wise. And when it's in the middle of winter and it's dark like this and kind of feel disconnected. And I want to just remind us that it's more than what we can see, that this life we have is, and these bodies we have are much more than what we physically perceive. We have these energy bodies, these frequencies of energy and light and magnetism and all sorts of things that are part of who we are and our makeup. And it's interconnected with everything else. And so I just wanted to throw this in front of you today, in case you have a hard time, if you're one of these people that has to see it to believe it. This beautiful artist, Alex Gray, Visionary Art of Alex Gray. This is from his book, Sacred Mirrors. And this gives a pretty nice depiction of what, is possible to perceive from our energy that surrounds our body. And it's not just where your skin starts. And here's another one. This beautiful depiction of the energy lines and the power that surrounds us at all times that we can access. So I thought I'd share that with you. So sometimes it's kind of fun to just play with developing our ability to sense these energy layers and to work with them. And we can, and it does, just like anything else, it takes a little bit of practice. You first have to, feel the sensation of it. And, there's all sorts of little tricks you can do to start sensing this kind of thing. Even the simplest thing is just bring your hands together and picture a ball of energy. Feel energy between your palms and see if you can sense the perimeter of the ball all the way around and push a little bit and feel that energy pulse and see whether you can really try to sense it. If you pull your hands away after you've been doing this, you can feel differences. And this means you're starting to be sensitive to being able to perceive energies. And it takes some time, but it's something that can be practiced and can be lost the word I'm looking for, but I mean, it's something that you can excel at and learn. So just know that it's possible, and that when we go within, we're working with a lot of energy as well. Not all just blood and guts as soon as we hit our skin. We go in and those energies are even stronger. And we have our chakras and we have these centers to work with it within our body. And so they're all interwoven together. Our bodies, the physical body, the energy body, the emotional body, the mental body, the spiritual body, they're all intertwined and all working together. So if we're only working with one of those bodies, like we typically have only been, the physical body, then we're not getting the whole picture. And so when we do this work and we go inwards, we're connecting to all of the different planes of ourselves. We're all the different planes of the reality we're in this world we live in with all the other people. So we're connecting to a very large pool of energy, this oneness, sense of oneness. And so this is where intention really, really can become powerfully projected from ourselves, because we have this infinite pool of divine energy to work with. And so, I call that place the Nexus. And so this is why we do in these intentions, is we get ourselves to that place where we can feel and access that energy. And that allows us to create a reality. And that's what we're trying to do here. So without further ado today, If you could find a place to sit or lie down with your eyes closed and not be disturbed for the next 30 minutes or so, that would be great. You're going to go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to start as usual with a few slow, deep breaths. We're going to relax our body completely so we can do the journey inwards. So take the breath in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. All the gloominess of the weather today, any stress that you're feeling, anything at all, just let everything go. Feel it dissolve and just float away as you exhale. And for the next breath, I'd like you to fill up as full as you can, starting with your lower tummy, then your upper abdomen, and then expanding the lower rib cage out towards the back. Really fill up. And this time when you exhale, if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And with the next breath, we're going to use our visualization to help us a little bit. We're going to breathe light directly into our heart and then exhale light directly from the heart. Good. And now we're going to focus on the body, make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. If you could bring your awareness down to your feet right now and simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are these wonderful, loyal servants that just want to do our bidding. Sometimes we just need to ask. If you're able to sense your energy, feel it leaving through your feet now into the ground, curling up with roots of the forest, and then circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. Moving into the shins, the ankles, the calves, the knees, you feel everything relax. And every body part or area that we touch upon, I want you just to allow to revert back to its original blueprint of perfection. No pain, no inflammation, just this wonderful efficiency and vitality. We move into the upper legs, the buttocks, the pelvic area, the hips, and we feel everything loosen. Then into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Everything softens. Your shoulders are down in the most comfortable position. Arms, forearms, hands and fingers hanging loosely. Our neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we move up to the skin of our scalp. This is where tension can hide sometimes. So I want you to just release anything you find there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. Moving into the jaw, we allow it to unhinge, open up and receive the breath of life. And we feel all of our facial muscles melt into this pool of perfect relaxation. And then we see if we can't get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. And then we journey inwards and we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. And now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. But we're actually going to invite them to have a seat on the virtual couch right now and just chillax for a bit. while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want the mind to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a backseat for a little while. Now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're usually moving so fast. Let's ask the help of the elements in dealing with that today. We'll start with the element of fire. It's a beautiful tool for the job as it naturally burns up anything that no longer serves us, purifying us, allowing us to be reborn from the ashes. And we can see the sun as the element of fire. So maybe we could picture ourselves standing in complete sunlight, feeling the warmth radiate on our skin. And then we'll call in the element of water, also a beautiful tool for dealing with our thoughts as it naturally retains memory in each drop. So perhaps let's envision ourselves standing in the middle of a gentle river, feeling the pull of the current against us. And we're actually watching and observing as all the negative patterns and habits and any trauma that we're holding on to in the body detaches, just floats downstream. We'll call in the element of air, so we feel the wind or the breeze against our bare skin, maybe raising a few goosebumps. And the air's gift in its current is to pull away all of our stories that we tell ourselves, our egos, leaving behind only the shining truth. And finally, we'll call upon the earth with her magnetic properties to pull away and stick to her anything left that we're still carrying that's heavy, any burdens. We're trusting her to transform those energies into something higher vibrational, maybe something akin to a seed sprouting to new life. Now, our thoughts sometimes take us on these wild rides. They kind of kidnap us sometimes. And so if you catch yourself on a wild tangent somewhere, I just want you to, as soon as you realize it, I want you to gently bring yourself back to the present moment and what we're doing, back to your breath. And sometimes it's simply a practice of continually bringing yourself back. And eventually we'll find that pull to take us away is much less strong. And we get to stay longer in this beautiful, generous present moment where everything is possible. Now let's take the journey from our head space down to our chest cavity where the heart resides. Let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally. So feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft patting of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And experience the buoyancy, the lightness of being as you're gliding down the staircase. As you arrive on the platform, I'd like you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps there's a gate with a lock on it. Maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP, backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So I want you to go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open just a little bit. And brilliant beams of yellow, golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. You see yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure, so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are as well. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're going to have a bit of a shift in perception right now and perceive, instead of our physical bodies, our energy bodies or our light bodies. I want you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of floating there, existing as a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? And then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names and many cultures. Doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up and merge with that flow right now. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't need to sacrifice anything to experience this, and there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things that you might experience when you join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe. They are all so you. We are all one being, one light, one consciousness. We're all the same pie. We bring in slightly different flavors to the same pie. Now, this Nexus is a place of unimaginable power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healing, of miracles, and a wondrous capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of here. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention. Because we can. So I'd like you to go ahead now and envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having, in all its glorious details. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body is balanced, your mental body full of clarity, and your energetic body is filled and complete. And we trust our bodies. They're amazing systems, self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. And anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available to us. I'd like you to feel this vitality right now. Open yourself to the universal healing energies of the universe. I'm feeling really light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level. Everything rephasing, realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very invigorating. Now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your friends and family. Witness the expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces too. And then stretch it out to include your community and then the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive. Total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. We're all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intentions, sending that frequency out. Now let's talk about abundance. There is plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty left over for comforts. Maybe we could travel around once in a while if we'd like. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and our dreams in life. Each of us were seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we each have an innate need and desire to contribute. And so when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, that's okay, don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into our conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives before. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. Now see yourself going to bed at the end of your day, being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning, excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now, we just did this for the whole world. So what does that look like now? I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we are living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And I want you to envision this all as already happened. It is done. So say we all. It's already happened. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But for today, let's celebrate this wonderful existence together in song, in music, in laughing, in dancing, in art, in playing. I'm seeing us all at this huge outdoor music festival. Everybody simply rejoicing, feeling all the relationships healing, love being transmitted and received. And then I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing all the smiles on strangers' faces as I pass by, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's magnificent. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together today. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one, at least that everybody is feeling connected. Something marvelous happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, then the heavier, lower energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment. This all falls away, and we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, and sharing. Everybody is on the same page. What a relief. What joy. And even the governing systems that may exist in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the worry, tension, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders to transform in the atmosphere above us to something higher resonance frequency, something more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. I'm sensing all of the connections, clearing, cleansing, opening up, communication flowing. The atmosphere is so smooth. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. Now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out having a meal with your family, marveling at their shining faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, or you're out for a walk in the forest, enjoying the serenity, having a laugh with your buddies, or maybe you're creating something wonderful in your kitchen or at work, wherever you are, whatever you're doing in your reality, I want you to just stop right now and look at all the beauty surrounding you. All the natural beauty and all the man-made beauty. And just drink it in. Sense this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times. And receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. Now I'd like to just connect with a little gratitude before we finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this incredible life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and love, healing and energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I'd like you to take your entire beautiful creation of reality and create it as an energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball, make it crackle with life, and then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt. The fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. And we're going to take a large breath in. We're going to build up that energy ball. And then when we exhale, we're going to release, share that frequency with the world. Here we go. Build up that energy ball, make it crackle, and then send it out. Exhale completely, give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with light and love and healing and energy. Good. I can just feel those concentric rings of energy just circling the planet, causing all the other like energies to light up in response, blanketing our world in this beautiful frequency of love, peace, prosperity. And now I'm going to get you to wiggle your fingers and toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper. Maybe shift your limbs around a little bit to really come back in. And when you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes and just notice how you're feeling right now. Know that you can come back to this state of being with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up on a moment's demand, anytime, all the time. Eventually, we won't even have to put any effort into it anymore. We'll just become natural, walking, talking transmitters of this high frequency energy. It's more in tune with who we truly are, creating the reality of our choosing all around us, because we are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way, exponentially by magnitudes, actually. So thank you. Thank you for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded. It all works, it's all good. And if you've been doing these intentions for a while and you got a good grasp on the reality you want to create, all the senses intermingled into it, then have fun with this and just try over the next few weeks to do these, bring everything back with a single conscious breath of intention as often as you can remember. Whenever you get a few seconds, when you're standing in line, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're cooking supper. And just notice what kind of synchronicities all of a sudden start happening in your life. What kind of shifts do you start to feel? So I'll leave you with that. And we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next intention. Have a great day.